Agents, you are cleared for contact.
Hey fellas, how's it going? This is Mushman182 bringing you another installment of Treyarch's masterpiece, which is Black Ops 2. Any sarcasm there? Of course not. I'm bringing you guys a decent little nuclear I got the other day in Kill Confirmed. I was pretty much playing with a full team. We only had one randomer, I believe, but I think this is one of my better nuclears as I have to use a couple of different guns. I don't have scavenger on, so I can't spam the C4 kills, and I'm using 2 lethal score streaks with the VSAT sandwiched in. Quite often when you see nuclears, it's normally UAV, counter UAV and VSAT along with multiple scavenge C4 kills. Now, naturally this game is a hell of a lot easier playing with at least a few people than it is solo. When you're in a team, you can hold down the enemies, you don't push the spawns to make them flip, and generally have a good idea of where the enemy is coming from. Now, as most of you guys came over from Thunderstruck Gaming, you would have seen my video on the lack of perk diversity. I said that most people use lightweight, toughness and dexterity, use stock as well as it gives the best advantage in any gunfight as it helps combat the lag. Yeah, whilst I still believe that to be true, apart from when I first created classes, I never used all 3 perks together. And if you backtrack through my videos, you will see that I use a mixture of hardline, ghost, scavenger, engineer, tactical, mask and dexterity. I pretty much had scavenger on every class as I like my C4, and it seems whenever I pick up a gun off the floor, it's always something retarded, like a chick on with a target finder and rapid fire, or an LMG with dual band or crossbow or some shit like that. But I do pick up a Type 25 with an ACOG scope. I mean, really? An ACOG scope? Does anyone really use this? I don't know. But I do pick up a silenced MSMC later on as well, so I get a bit lucky there. But yeah, I decided I would use lightweight, toughness and dexterity, and I really did not know how godly this setup actually was. This was only my 2nd or 3rd game using it, and I was also using quick draw and stock. I'm swerving in and out of bullets, sponging bullets, and now I can see why everyone uses this perk setup. It really is the best setup in the game. So I decided to use toughness after watching Drifter's in-depth perk guide, and I'm pretty sure you're aware of how useful this perk is. So I know I bash Black Ops 2 a lot, and I feel it does deserve the criticism that it receives. I feel this is an unfinished product and had the potential to be so much better. But with all the negatives, it's very easy to forget the positives in this game. So I'm just going to talk about what I think Black Ops 2 got right. So, first, Ghost. Everyone hates the Ghost or Assassin perk. Ghost camping started off in Black Ops 1 and it was a pain in the arse. The only counter for Ghost Pro was the VSAT. In Modern Warfare 3 they split it into 2 perks, which was a step in the right direction, but people would just then use Blind Eye and Assassin. But I suppose they had to give up a useful perk like Scavenger or Sleight of Hand. Black Ops 2 took it one step further. They split the perk up into 3 perks, Blind Eye, Cold Blooded and Ghost, and you have to be active whilst using Ghost to stay off the radar. Finally, Ghost has to be used in a proper way to stay off the radar. It's a rushing perk. So, sure, it can still slightly be annoying to get killed by a Ghost user, but especially when you think the area is clear, but at least it means the enemy's not camping with it and is moving around the map. Infinity Ward would be insane not to incorporate the Black Ops 2 Ghost perk into their newest game. I mean, but this is Infinity Ward, people. I mean, how many good Treyarch ideas have they carried over to their games? So, well, we'll see. Secondly, the pick 10 system. Now, okay, before you said, well, you said it was there was no perk diversity and everyone uses the same class. Yep, I get that, but I think the idea is good. If perks were a lot more balanced and the game was not so laggy, you would see different class setups. Some of it obviously isn't worth it, and some is underbalanced. For example, why would you pick the wildcard secondary gunfighter and use a secondary gun with 2 attachments, which would be a total of 4 points, and for the same amount of points you can have a primary weapon, an attachment and 2 perks. I mean, is there any reason to use the wildcard danger close when you could just save a point and use scavenger to get constant refillable lethals? They could have just scrapped secondary gunfire really and let you put 2 attachments on your pistol anyway. It's not exactly going to make pistols more OP than they already are, is it? So I mean, how many people realistically use secondary gunfire, danger close and tactician? But yeah, so I do like the concept of completely creating your class from the ground up and not restricting yourself to having to use 1 perk from each tier. I like that you can have 3 attachments on your gun. I like that you can combine perks from the same tier set. The pick 10 system is a very good idea, which was, this was obviously the first game it had been tested in. It just needs a little more tweaking, a bit more balance to make everything worth it so we can see that class diversity. Thirdly, keeping your camo. Now, this was a great idea from Treyarch. I'm glad that they made it so you can keep your camo when you prestige. It was annoying working your gun up to gold in Modern Warfare 3, only for you to prestige and have to start working on camo all over again. I remember in MW3 I was 10th prestige pretty quickly and worked on getting the gold guns. I had so many done, and then they released the new prestiges. I always want to rank up as far as possible, so I just went through the grind again to get the guns gold. So Treyarch's way of keeping the gun challenges fresh was to prestige weapons, so you could earn XP again, and the reward was allowing you to have your clan tag and emblem on your gun. Again, I hope Infinity Ward let you keep the camos as after you prestige. I'm not sure how they keep the actual gun challenges fresh though, whether it's having to unlock attachments all again but keeping your camo, or just making the headshot camo challenges longer, but that could attract headshot boosting, so I don't know. And lastly, the score streak system. Just like my perception of Pick 10, the concept of the idea is a good one, and for the guys who saw my video on Thunderstruck, I talked a little bit how in some game modes it doesn't quite work out, and well, I'm just going to elaborate a little bit further on that, for instance, of where I don't think it's quite balanced. So, for example, should throwing a random EMP grenade and destroying a sentry gun and guardian be worth the same as 2 kills and 1 assist in TDM? Should destroying a single shock charge also be the same points as getting 1 kill and kill confirmed without collecting the tag? Well, how about using dogs and swarm and just going around collecting tags without getting a gun kill and getting dogs and swarm again? So the idea of the score streak system is great, and once again, you should definitely be rewarded for playing objective, and it should be implemented in the next Call of Duty. Maybe not getting as many points for destroying equipment, maybe like 20 points, 25 points for destroying a Claymore or Betty, and maybe only 75 to possibly 100 for destroying a sentry gun. Again, Black Ops 2 was the first game it was tested out in, and it works relatively well. A couple of tweaks here and there and it could be perfect, so let me know if there are any things I've missed out which you think are great about Black Ops 2 and would like to see returning the next Call of Duty. So have a good day guys, and I will talk to you soon.